Bloodmoney and Bloodmoney 2,
the human expenditure program,
has taken the internet and my brain by storm. I have been and will continue to keep yapping about it. A dark story about a man who was put inside of a digital simulation by his wife, only to be tortured by his wife and players of the simulation he was in, all so his wife could gain money. Yeah, there's no real way to sugarcoat it. The story is kind of disturbing. And in my personal opinion, I think we should start an Unmi hate club. I'm petitioning this starting now. Meeting in session. Now, I did do a video pretty recently where I explained the entire story of both games, including secrets hidden within the games, and if you haven't seen that, I totally recommend checking that out. Wink, wink, wonk, wonk. Ew, that was like a horrible wink. That was like not even a wink. What was that? It's great if you need a refresher or if you're just getting into the world of blood money. Think of it as your introduction. Now, aside from the main storyline at hand that we see play out throughout the games, which, you know, had a lot to unpack, left me staring at my screen like after I watched the whole thing, you know, unfold throughout playing the game. But there's still a lot of information that isn't really shown in the games that add a lot of depth to the characters and story, which I didn't really go over in my first video. So I think you know where I'm going with this one. Today I'm going to be going over some interesting things that you might not have known about the characters in Blood Money. What was life like before everything went all, I'm locked inside of a simulation and people are torturing me, please help? Starting off, let's talk about the Harvey Harvington. So Harvey is actually confirmed to be 32 years old. Old. Just kidding. That's not actually like that old. Emphasis on that. Just kidding! And his birthday is June 27th. He's just a sweet and wholesome little dude. He loves jazz and classical music, but hates rock and metal. What the hell, man? So every day he spends an hour styling that magnificent hairstyle. I need like a tutorial. Stat, please. I feel like I could pull it off. And he uses an entire can of hair gel daily, which I guess like makes sense. How else would you get it in that like round spiral shape without it like flipping over like a sad pancake? Fun fact, and I saw a lot of people point out like this comparison in the last video I made, but his design actually is inspired by Perry from the Fairly Odd Parents. So the more you know. He doesn't smoke or drink, and he is a big time people pleaser. He hates scary movies and loves the look of the 50s, hence his appearance. And he cares a lot about his family. He spoils their son Toby at like any chance he gets. And he's just a great dad. Speaking of Toby, he is 5 years old and was born on May 18th. Which is great. Like, I love that for them. He cares very deeply about Unmi and their relationship. Like, he's constantly putting in so much effort, and they have been together for 10 years. And it's also noted that Harvey had never been with anyone before Unmi. So if that doesn't make you more upset and hate Unmi even more, then I really don't know what to tell you. Harvey is a stay-at-home dad. He's tried out several jobs, but none of them really like stuck. A radio broadcaster, a TV host, a grocer, and he was fired from his last job as an investment banker because he did a little bit of an oopsie, which ultimately worsened his relationship with Unmi. Previously to that though, it seemed that their relationship was going pretty well. But him getting fired from that job kind of seemed like the catalyst to the events that take place throughout Blood Money and, you know, the Human Expenditure Program. Unmi is 34 years old and was born on November 4th. She's a computer programmer, duh. And she programmed everything to do with blood money, which again, how evil can you be? In my last video, I did mention how I was curious about, you know, how Unmi sort of got herself into this whole situation. Like, my initial question was like, was she reached out to by someone? Maybe she saw like an ad online that was like, hey, we're offering money if you partake in this experiment. But obviously, I fully think she could have just done this all on her own. But then I'm like, where did she get the idea to do exactly like this? I feel like there's more to it, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, she could have fully been like, Harvey, hey, I need help testing this new tech that I developed for work. And you know how the story goes. Tricks him into doing this horrible experiment for money. Not confirmed, that was just my thoughts there. But she did code all of the items that were used to hurt Harvey, so big yikes. She's also noted to have a very cold personality, except when she's with her family. It's also mentioned that Harvey loves to bake, their favorite treat being bingsu, but Unmi is very strict on what her and Toby eat, so a lot of what Harvey bakes just goes uneaten. What the hell? Like, huh, we'll try some, okay? We'll try some. She's also very strict with Toby in general. Not so much Harvey, but when Unmi yells at him, he does cry. It's just so sad because it seems like, you know, it could have been such a sweet and wholesome relationship, but like, yikes, just yikes. This is just sad. Everything about this is just sad. I'm sad. This is sad. I'm very curious to see if we are going to get another game in the series. As I mentioned, I think that there's a lot of information that we still have yet to know. But again, I also do think if it remains like a 2-game series, it still has a lot of that impact, which I think it'll be great if it stays the way it is, but it'll also be cool if they expand upon the story.
Hello, Editor Dash here, and based on this tweet made by the creator on August 9th, it looks like this might just be a 2-game series, which I mean, I'm okay with.
Also, all of this information comes from the game creator's Twitter. They've done a few Q&As where people have asked questions about like the personalities of the characters, like their lives, which I think is super fun, so cool. The game is amazing. If you couldn't tell, I really did enjoy it. But yeah, so definitely go check out their Twitter. I'll put that on the screen here. The wiki also compiled a lot of this information, so that was very helpful. Again, very curious to see where this goes. I will be following these games. I love the story. I think the concept is just so interesting and cool, and it was a fun game to play. Very good message. So I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Do you have any facts that I might have missed that maybe you want me to cover in another video? Let me know. I have a lot of topic ideas that I want to cover soon, so if you have any topics that you'd like me to cover, please let me know in the comment section as well. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me today, so I hope you all enjoyed. I hope this gave you a little bit more information about the world of Blood Money. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, Brussels sprouts.